They will speak about like some missing parts from our Bible. They call it second canonical books. And unfortunately, until now, they didn't give them much attention. I want to introduce myself because Maggie is busy and Right is busy. My name is Ehab Wahib. I did about 20 years study in second canonical books. I print these books, all of them print now, except last one, Jesus Son of Sirach. I finished degree from Cairo Theological College, and one of the attention come to my mind when I was in final year. We have a sermon about the book of TOBIT. This was 1991. Unfortunately, we can't find any writer who wrote anything about second canonical books, or even the material, the book himself, we can't find. So after I finish, I will concentrate all for my senior father and both my senior and my senior father to write about what the second canonical books. And we thank God all we can publish it. Maybe next year, God wills, we can publish. There is 3 of them in English, but the rest until now Arabic, until we find someone to translate. Yes, hello.
We're going to get a copy. I've heard a copy of the Bible in English that's going to have the
We leave the question to the end. We leave the question to the end. Okay? We leave the question to the end. Did anyone know how many books we have in our Bible? How many books in our Bible? Plus 73 books. That's good. How many writers wrote the Bible? Anyone know? About 47. 47 writers. Takes them how many years to write? If we say like book of TOBIT takes 3 years, book of John 1 year, they add all the years together, they took them 1,600 years to write all the Bible. How many chapters in the Bible? 1,335 chapters. How many verses in the Bible? Around 33,000 verses. They're not much, but always I like to take the ring so we know our Bible. So 73 books, 47 writers, in 1,600 years, 33,000 verses, 1,335 chapters. 5 numbers we need to learn, and I will ask to the end. Okay? Second canonical book. Some people they ask why the second canonical books not include our Old Testament. Very easy, because some of them, when Ezra the priest collecting the Old Testament, some of them they didn't write it yet, and some of them, the Jews was captive in many countries. Some of them they didn't found it in that time. Some of the Jews was captive in this country, some in this country. So when they all gather together, come back to Jerusalem during the time of Micaiah, they found this book. So because some of them read it after they collected the Old Testament, and some of them wasn't found in that time. What is book name? First book TOBIT, the one I give you one of them copy today. Second book Judith. Third book compilation of Esther, compilation of Daniel, Jesus Son of Sirach, Wisdom of Solomon, Book of Baruch, First Micaiah, Second Micaiah. All right. Some of people they call these books apocrypha. Apocrypha, we're not happy at all with this name, because the meaning of apocrypha, that means hidden books, or books that have something not true. But the church using second canonical books. Which church agrees to use these books in their reading and preaching? All the orders of the church around the world, and all the Catholic church around the world. If you have Catholic Bible, you found these books already include the Bible. But because until now we're using the Protestant print, that's why our books are not in this Bible. Until now the Catholic Church, they can't afford to print their print. But because the Protestants we form rules, we have with only 2 verses, they not coming with our faith, they use different translation like the priest or the book of James, St. James, when he said if someone sick, we call the priest of the church, they They translate it like the elder, not the priest, and the verse about Hail Mary, whom the Holy Spirit upon her. These are the only two verses, so we know which one. We have to use this one, so we're not going to cost us too much money to try to pray it out. How we say this book's canonical or not? When they want to say something canonical about to read in the church, must be agreed by the council of the church. The first council was in Ephon, year 339, and they said this canonical and must be read in the church. And Saint Augustine was attending this council, and they said if anyone not believing these books, he be excommunicated. All the fathers of second century and third century, Clement, Origen as a scholar, not a saint. The church not consider him as a saint, we consider him as a scholar. Irenaeus or Jerome, Cyprianus, St. John Chrysostom, St. Athanasius, he used a lot of verse when he was against to answer the idols, and in his book, The Incarnation of Christ. If someone gets the Bible and reads Book of John, chapter 10, verse 22, someone, he got the Bible? Yes. Book of John, chapter 10, verse 22, he found this verse. Get to? Yeah. Stand up and read this Quran.
Now it was the day of dedication in Jerusalem, and it was winter. And Jesus walked in the temple in Solomon's porch. Continue.
Yeah, that's enough. The feast of dedication. If you read from book of Genesis to Revelation, you not find anything about dedication feast. Only this dedication feast happened in 1 Micah chapter 4, verse 59. And imagine Jesus in the temple to celebrate this feast. That means this book was very important. That means was history of this book very important, even for Jesus himself, to attending the feast of dedication feast. A lot of writers from New Testament, like St. Luke, St. John, St. Matthew, they using some of the verses from these second canonical books. Book of TOBIT, anyone you know when we read in the church? Once a year, we have to read all this book in week number 6 in Great Lent before Abuna starts the Mass in prophecy. Alright, to show you how very important. And the only books in all the Bible is talking about one of the angels, Archangel Raphael. All the books talking about his work and his deed. You're not going to find any book in the Bible talking about one of the angels like Archangel Raphael in the Book of TOBIT. We take a quick introduction about Book of TOBIT, and if anyone has questions at the end, okay. TOBIT is one word, it has two parts. Tobia, that means God kind. You know anything into with Yah or Yahweh, that's God. But Tub or Tobit or Tayyib, that means God kind. They have three names in the Bible with the name of Tobit. Who wrote these books? Tobit the Father himself, and you found it here. The Archangel in the end, he told him to write it. When this book been written 624 before Christ. Which language was written about was the Aramaic language. Remember, if you see the Passion of Christ, this is the language we use. The Aramaic language is different than Hebrew. Hebrew is the language when they want to write something formal, but the Aramaic language is the language they speak with this language, like slang. Alright? Book of Tobit. Tobit himself, he was a Jew from sect of Naphtali, tribe of Naphtali, and they take him as a captivity to another country. When they took him, he's still living his shop, he's still doing the same sense of his money, they still sacrifice for God and everything. Some of his friends, they went to believe in idols, he still was honest with his God. He was serving his God all the time. One day, the king changed, so another king come and started to persecute the Jewish. When they persecute the Jewish, they started to kill them. And the king said no one allowed to bury them. So they left the body in the place. Only Tobit, he used to come and at night bury them. His friends started warning him, now you'll be against the king. He said, I fear God more than I fear anyone. He starts serving God and serving God and serving God. One day he comes very sad at home. There was a sleep in his lounge or something. A dust come from the bird's nest, come to his eyes, get infection, and he gets blind. So he was serving God for a long time, and after get blind, he gets very disappointed, and everyone starts talking him like Job. So Job exactly told them, look, you was serving God, you was honest with him, and look what happened to you. In another side, one lady, her name is Sarah, in different countries. Sarah, she married about 7 times. You sure?
10.
Actually, 7 times. She married 7 times, and every time she married, the day for her wedding, the devil killed her husband. So one day she told her servant to do something at home, and she started to tell her, you never can marry, and we never can see children for you. She gets very upset. She went to her upper room, started praying to God, and told God, I can't handle this temptation anymore, please take me to the church. Another side, TOBIT, after he got old, his hard time, his wife coming from work, she got little gold. They told them, I'm worried to be told this one because we have no money to buy gold. She starts talking to him hardly. He gets very upset and he prays to God. He says, please God, I can't endure this temptation, take my spirit. The same two people, they asked for one prayer, but God had different answers. So TOBIT, when he compared after he prayed, he asked his son, he told my son, one day, one of our friends, he got hard time in his business, he lost his business, he come to borrow from me 20 bags of silver, and that's the receipt. I feel I'm going to die, I want you to look after your mom, to do this, it starts giving a lot of wisdom, a lot of wise verses in the book. And he said, look after your mom, but this receipt, go to your friend, our friend in this country, and get this money back from him to supporting you until you married and you found work and so on. He told him that I don't know how to go there. He said, try to get someone who knows the way, we pay him money, and he took you. So he opened the door, he found someone who's nice man, he told him, he knows the way? He said, I know the way. Who's the Archangel Raphael? The reform in human. You know, we don't have to see the angel is doing. You know that or not? Because I remember we asked the servant about the story of Abraham, when God he agreed with two people to go to visit Abraham, and so the people they think all the time because they see the picture, angel always was doing, they think the angel must be used to. No. He was performed as a human being. And he told him, I know the way. So he took him with him. He told that I found someone to get me there. So he said, okay, go son, and he started his journey. When he starts walking, first night, they was next to the river, he tried to wash his feet. A big fish coming to bite him. And we found a lot of pictures of TOBIT with the big fish and the Archangel Raphael next to him. Was in the first spring, this is the third spring, we changed the cover stone. But first spring we have Archangel Raphael with TOBIT and the fish. He told them, if the fish coming to bite you again, grab the fish from the gill, get it out the river. Then he washed his feet, the fish coming, he grabbed it outside. He told them, we can have the meat we sold the meat to help us in journey because it's a long time. We can eat some of the meat, and we can keep the kidney and the liver, because he told them, if the kidney is thrown in the pool, we can cut the liver away. And the liver, if you crack someone's eye, he cannot see again. So they started the journey, and they eat the fish, and coming closer to the city of Sarah. He told them, in this city, there is one lady or girl, her name is Sarah. She has temptation every time she married. That's what happened to her husband being killed. But I want you to ask her dad to marry her. He said, what about if I be killed like them? They told him, no. I tell you what you should do, so the devil has no authority in you. He said, first 3 days in your wedding, you spend it on prayer and fasting, and after, you can marry her like normal couple. And in that time, the first day, when you pray, I say, you get the liver. We put in the cold, so we cut away the devil's power. So he talked to her dad, And her dad, he was worried. So when he know, he wanted to ask for his daughter to marry because 7 people they tried before and they died. And he told him, the angel, he told him, these people they was married for love. That's why the devil have authority to kill them. But they not touch Sarah at all because she was spiritual and she know God. But these people they married for love. That's why the devil have authority on them to kill them. He asked to marry Sarah, and the story go on because it's 16 chapters. We can summarize for 20 minutes. And after what happened, next day morning, her father sends the servant to check he's still alive or not. They get someone digging already the grave, and they're ready to hear he died so they can bury him. And what happened after this, they knocking the door, they found him still alive. And the archangel Raphael, he cast the devil away, and they said, far away country. Was Egypt in that time. It says, end of the world. And it was Egypt. And after this time, her father was happy and everyone happy. They said, we have to keep the break here. You can't go to pick up the money now. He said, all right, I have to go back quick to my father. So he sent the archangel, he gave him the receipt, and he said, this country, my dad, his friend living there, just get the money from him and come meet me here so we can go back. So when they're coming back for the journey, the angel told them, don't forget, you have the kidney of the fish. When you grate your dad, scrap it to his eye and he starts to come back. So he done exactly like the archangel Raphael, and his dad, he started to come here. He talked to his dad, this person, he helped me to marry Sarah, and help me to you can see again how much money we can give him. He said, we'll give him 50% for all what we have. So they started to talk to him. They found him started to reform as an angel and told him, God, he sent me because he never forgot all your hard work you done and your service to save you and save Sarah in the same time. But I want you to write this story in book. That's why we say TOBIT wrote this book story. And he started to learn. And he knew about this long time after this book. The Protestant have some objection of this book. And we wrote the objection from the end. But I say one quick so we know. Every book, why the Protestants not believe in this? Because they have some objection. You know the Protestants, they don't believe in intercession for anything. That's why one of the books, they all talk about the intercession of saints. But another point they said, how come the kidney of the fish or liver of the fish healing someone blind? And that's a good point. But we answer, if every kidney of the fish can heal someone blind, they cannot complain it. But we have a lot of story in the Bible. Our body consists of body and soul and spirit. So Abuna, when he comes to bring someone, why he has to anoint him with oil? Because the prayer affecting the spirit, but the body has to feel something. That's right or not? Another story, someone gave me the Bible, and I got you 1 or 2 stories from Old Testament having exactly similar. Get book of 2 Kings, chapter 2, verse 19 to 22. One day people coming to Elijah and told him this water is poison water. Alright? See what Elijah told them to do. 2 Kings, chapter 2, verse 19 to 22.
The men of the city said to Elisha, please notice the situation of the city is pleasant, and my Lord sees, but the water is bad and the ground barren. And he said, bring me a new bowl and put salt in it. They brought it to him. And he went out to the source of the water and kept in the salt there and said, thus says the Lord, I have healed the water. From it there shall be no more death or barrenness. So the water remained healed to this day according to the word of Elisha which he spoke.
Okay? Do you think if we got salt and we threw in the bowl, water, poison water, they cannot be clean? No. But he healed the water by his prayer. But people have to see something so they believe and start drinking the water again. Another story, 2 Kings, chapter 4, verse 38 to 41. What happened in this story? they tried to make some cooking. So one of them, he went and he get some poison zucchini. And after they started to cook the zucchini, they tested, they found poison. So they went to Elijah and told him, we need you to save us, the food is poison. Look what he told them to do. 2 Kings, look, chapter 4, 38 to 41.
And Elisha returned from Gilgal, and there was a famine in the land. Now the sons of the prophets were sitting before him, and he said to his servant, put on the large pot and boil stew for the sons of the prophets. So one went out into the field to gather herbs, found a wild vine, and gathered from it a lapful of wild herbs, and came and sliced them into the pot stew, though they did not know what they were. Then they served it to them. Now it happened as they were eating the stew, that they cried out and said, Man of God, there is death in the pot, and they could not eat it. So he said, let's bring some flour, and he put it into the pot and said, serve it to the people, that they may eat. And there was nothing else in the pot.
So he got some flour, he put in the zucchini pot, and they start to eat, and there is no poison. So, like I said, the spirit affecting with prayer, but the body must see something so they can eat. That's a quick introduction about technical books, and a quick about the story of TOBIT. Look, can give it long books. And 2-3 years ago, thank God, Santa Luciferian Church, they done a big كان feast of the Abu Sufyan أو حاجة عملوا كل every day one of the book about book of TOBIT. And when we done new program about Sunday school in Utah as well, we put all the books include the program. I don't know which program we used, but I gave it to write before. They had already included the program, second clinical books, so everyone will know about the second clinical book. If someone got the books before, it is the same one but different prints. Any question? Easy or hard? 1 minute. Easy.
What are the other two which are in English?
In English, book of Judith and the book of Daniel. You got them with the smart.
In the bookshop.
In the bookshop. Any other question?
Back to what you said about
the question was hard or easy?
That question
hard. Hard you were brave. Yes.
The pictures of the
yes.
You meant that the angel can appear with and without two wings?
He can appear with or without. Amba or Glorious كلنا عارفينه. He's one of the top people that we teach months who has 7 PhD في البايبل والثيولوجيا. بيقول إن الأنجل بيتake body from the air. From the air. Just he can get body. Stand up, yes, the shape and he can fly away. That's the body of angel from the air. He can appear with wings or not wings or anything. He can appear for like human being. Do message from God and he go. Do a miracle of God and he go. Archangel Raphael, he lived with them long time. They never doubt he is angel or not. And he was eating with them. They didn't mention, but definitely if someone traveling with him and he all this time, he must eat with him. Where is the food gonna go? No one knows. The Allah speaks. No one knows. Jesus Christ himself in Old Testament in the story of Abraham. This question and think about it. Okay? Next time answer this question. Remember those two angels and Jesus. What body of Jesus he had? Is the body of he takes from St. Mary? Or the body was after resurrection? Or which body he had? Think about it. Okay? And he was eating with them. Did he eat or not? The Abraham عمل لهم وأكلوا بتاع بعد كده مشي. You can know? نعم. What type of body?
Well, it's still human, but not like Mary.
We say he has body, that means we say incarnate. Okay? But Jesus only incarnate one. Yes, he incarnate only one. Okay? ونصلي دوروا عليها ولما اشوفكم next time.